Rockets and Warriors had an epic showdown in the Bay last night. Golden State was up by 20 points in the third quarter, but they lost the lead in the fourth. James Harden continued his recent scoring tear. He hit a three-pointer to tie it up late in the fourth. In overtime, there was some controversy when Kevin Durant was out of bounds when he saved the ball. Steph Curry hit a jumper to put the Warriors up by 2, but Harden stayed hot, hit the game-winning three in the final seconds. He finished with a triple-double and scored at least 40 points in 5 straight games. Let's take a listen to Steph and Harden after the game.
I don't know where it ranks, but I'm just happy to come away with the win. It was a total team effort. I just try to go out there and do my part at the highest level.
Obviously, James made a bunch of tough shots. They got the ball moving and hit a bunch of threes in the third quarter. They gave us some life. I don't know if it's slow rotations or just a little laziness with that lead, but again, you have a lead like that, it's a tough way to go out.
All right, Shannon, take me through what happened last night.
Harden happened. He's unbelievable. This might be as good a performance that you will see this year, I know for certain. This might be the best performance that I've seen over the last couple of years, given what he's up against and given the team that he's up against. Now, mind you, he's playing without his second best player on the team, Chris Paul. He's also playing probably without his fourth best player on the team, in Eric Gordon.
Maybe his third best. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Capella was a monster.
I know, but you can argue. Go ahead. Yeah.
And to do what he did, Skip, on the road, down 17 at the half, at one point down by 20 in the third quarter. And he says, you know what? I'm not going away. And you're talking about he might be in the MVP discussion. He's in front of the MVP discussion because he's it.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
LeBron guy who plays
no,
purple
Skip.
and gold.
Skip.
That guy, he's out of sight, out of mind.
No, Skip. In his these last 12 games, they're 11-1.
Yep.
James Harden is averaging 9 and 6. 40 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. And when you look at it, you're like, okay, he had 44 points. But Skip, he had 15 assists. So not only is he getting his buckets, now he's a volume shooter, he's not going to be very efficient. The dude got up 23 threes. Let that sink in, Skip. Teams, there are teams that don't average 23 threes tonight. One guy on one team got up 23 threes. Now, he's a volume shooter. He's not very efficient. But once he gets cooking, oh, it's good night, Irene. Oh, all he's going to do is offer you the benediction.
I never knew who Irene was.
Yeah.
I don't know her. Do you know who she is? I don't know, but good night. Good night to her.
Yeah, Skip.
Yeah.
When this joker when James Harden gets going like he's going, Skip, ain't nothing you can do. It's like the church, the Baptist church, they say, oh, we're going to give the benediction, and we're going to turn out hey, we're going home. Skip, he got it going, well, he had it going early, but then he really got cooking in the third. And then once he gets cooking, because he can get, Skip, he got handles. Now, we talk about Kyrie handles, and rightfully so, but James Harden can pat the rock too.
He can.
And now he can go to the basket and finish with either hand. You look at him, they're going to call a foul, and that step back. Now, he keeps his visa on him, because he's going to travel all around the world on the court, and they're not going to call it. Can't do anything with that. They even tried to take the game from Houston. Skip, this look here. They're going too far with this bird challenge. This bird box challenge that they got going on. Kevin Durant wears a size 42 shoe. The man takes 3 steps out of bounds. He's up under the Warriors bench, throws the ball back in bounds, and the ref looking like this here. Did you not see Kevin Durant take 3 steps out of bounds, Skip, with those size 42 sneakers on?
I have no idea how they missed that one.
They didn't miss it.
That wasn't even close.
Yeah, thank you. I can see, like, well, we didn't know he had a toe on the line or what.
We need to review that. No, you need to review that.
Thank you. Come on now. That's ridiculous. But the shots that James Harden hit to tie it, the game winner over Clay and Draymond, Skip, from about 29-30. What you gonna do? Or you say, okay, that's when you just look at the coach like, coach, it's not like they didn't have a hand up. They had 2 hands up. But he just had it going. He would not let his team lose. I'm not overly concerned about the Warriors, but this is what I think, Skip. They might need Boogie more than we previously thought, because we thought Boogie was just going to be a little icing on the cake. Nah, Boogie might be the cake with the icing, because what we're starting to see now, we haven't seen them lose like this. Still don't believe that a team, because look, they've lost 4 or 5 games at home. The question is,
they've lost 3 in a row at home.
Can someone beat them 4 times in a 2-week span? That's the question that you have. We've seen Houston beat them. We've seen Milwaukee beat them. The Lakers beat them. but do you believe they can beat them 3 more times?
Yep.
Now, if James Harden gets it cooking like this, ain't nobody beating Houston because they go from 14 all the way to 4. Now, here all of a sudden, here they come. Skip, he's been unbelievable, and before I turn it over to you, Skip, I just need to know this. The Golden State Warriors have the best player, Skip Bayless told me, Jen.
Yeah.
The Golden State Warriors have the best player in basketball in Kevin Durant. They have, by any metric, in most people's estimation, they have the 3rd or the 4th best player in Steph Curry. They have one of the top 5 shooters in the 70-plus year history of the NBA in Klay Thompson. They had a 17-point lead at half. They had a 20-point lead at one point in time in the 3rd quarter. How? With the best player in basketball on your roster, the 3rd or 4th best player on your roster, how do you lose that game? Because I know the conversation we would have had that been LeBron James. You say he's the best player. Jenny, did you not say that he's the best player? Yeah, he's the best player.
Wait, the LeBron who's failed to close about 8 games for the Lakers that they should have.
Kevin Durant had a twin. Why didn't Kevin Durant close this, Skip, baby? I think I walked into that trap. You see, I got it. Why didn't KD
Tell me when it's my turn. Is it my turn?
You gonna answer my question like you do me? You gonna answer my question?
Well,
okay.
I got a lot to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Left a whole lot on the table.
Take your time.
First of all, I want to congratulate James Harden on one of the great regular season games we have ever witnessed. It was, to use Jimmy's word, epic.
Yeah.
It was rich from start to finish with play after play. We could talk about this for our whole show, 2.5 hours on one regular season game that happened late at night on one Thursday night.
Don't know how many people actually saw it.
Well, that's a good question. So the point is that despite all of his heroics, James Harden's, Golden State blew this basketball game 10 different ways. And I'm going to say it again and again and again. Golden State is a troubled basketball team. And it started from that flashpoint moment that Draymond Green called Kevin Durant, the best player on the planet, the B word on the bench when they blew up at each other because Kevin had dared to say, why don't you give me the basketball? And from that moment forward, this has been a troubled team. And you can just trace it right back to that flashpoint that night against, I believe, the Clippers. And show me I'm not right about that because it hasn't been right in Golden State since then. Could DeMarcus Cousins change the world? Could it flip the script back to make them the prohibitive favorite? I don't know. Can you just blend them in like that? We'll see. Will he be that healthy? Will he be 100% healthy?
Do you believe he's better than Loney?
Well, sure he is.
Okay, well, then that's all you need.
But he is a force. He has an ego the size of his body.
He does.
And he's going to want to shoot the basketball. He is capable of sharing the basketball, but he's going to be a tough blend for them on the fly.
Correct.
So now let's go back to what really happened here. Golden State, with 1:27 left in regulation, Kevin Durant hit one of those shots that only he can hit. He had a turnaround jumper where you just say, that's too good. Because as much as you raved about James Harden, when this guy gets it going, when 35 gets it going, because he's 7 feet tall and he shoots the ball from up there, nobody can even get a hand up that high. So he made that shot of shots, and it looked like that's it. Guess what? They're up 6 points with 1:27 left. That's the 2-time defending champs, Golden State Warriors at home, up 6 with 1:27 left. You can't close that deal?
No, what do you mean you?
Huh?
No, I need the 2-time Finals MVP to close that game. I don't want to hear no you.
So James Harden goes down to the other end and turns it over, as James is wont to do. What did he have last night? 6. He leads the league in turnovers. He's just going to turn it over because he's going to try a lot of stuff.
Yeah, 7 turnovers.
7 turnovers, okay?
7 out of the 10.
Okay, well, he's just going to do that. He and Westbrook are going to turn the basketball over. So all of a sudden, Kevin Durant has the basketball in his hands, up 6 with 1:09 left. And what did Kevin Durant do at that point? He went dagger. There were 15 seconds left in the shot clock. You could have eaten 15 more seconds. And he just pulled up from the top of the circle, beyond the top of the circle, and shot a 3. And if he makes it, they're up 9 with a minute to go. And he missed it. To your credit, he was not the best player on the planet at that moment. He missed that shot of shots, and the gate swung wide back open, and here came the Rockets.
Do you have a problem with him taking that shot?
you know what? He'd been fairly hot, and he is the guy on that team. He is the alpha on that team. He is back-to-back finals MVP, and he just said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to close the deal right here with this shot. And he took it and he shot it with conviction. It looked good to me off his hand, and it just was a little long.
No. Do you have a problem?
No, I don't. Okay. I don't, because is he not the man? Did Steph not say, we need you to do this for us? Okay. But for one night, early January, it did not happen. Then the Rockets come right back, and all of a sudden it winds up a tie game, and then I'm going to take him to task again. Kevin Durant, with 28 seconds left, gets the switch onto our man Austin Rivers, who's playing not just well for them, he's playing great for them. He has filled the void left by CP3 and now Eric Gordon. Austin made some big shots last night. So he's got a switch on Kevin Durant, and Kevin's got his fadeaway to win the game with 28 seconds left. And he missed it. He left it short. Well, okay, that's on him. So, again, that's him. That's his fault. And then James Harden had a big three at the buzzer that could have gone in, but it didn't. So we go to overtime. So now insanity ensues. And to your point, you've got the out-of-bounds play. But I got to go to a play that happened with 33 seconds left in overtime. James Harden drives on Draymond. And this is a play of the game. This is going to decide the game. He drives on Draymond, and I can't see Draymond do anything but go straight up. That is not a foul. He played that as beautifully defensively as you can play it, and they called a foul on this play. You can't call a foul. He went straight. There's no contact at all. I see no contact. If there's any contact at all, he about got his hand on the basketball. They sent James to the line to tie the game with 33 seconds left. And again, we talk about the step-back 3 fouls that he gets. Okay, that's just a gift. You got to let that one go, right? How does he get so much respect from the refs? That's beyond respect right there. Steve Kerr talked about it after the game, and Draymond, rightfully for once. The problem with Draymond is he bellyaches after every call. And so you don't know. Can't even, it's like you cried wolf too many times. But in this case, you shouldn't have cried wolf because... you were right. And what did James do? To his credit, he is a big-time free throw shooter. He's made, in that stretch you talked about, the last 11 games, he's 88%, so he's making his free throws.
But Skip, did you see him put the stat up on the thing about since James Harden has gotten in Houston, he's like 1,700 free throws, almost 1,700 free throws ahead of the next closest. Skip, that's ridiculous.
Pretty ridiculous. I agree. So we go to the other end. KD gets away with the save. Maybe it was a makeup call. I don't know. Maybe they felt like we shouldn't have called that foul on Draymond. And then the play of the game, and one of the plays of the year happens with 5.5 seconds left. I want you to tell me what you see here, because this is the game saver. And I want you to tell me whether this is pure genius or just luck, because James Harden dribbles. He's dribbling. Now it's going down. It's a tie. They're down. They're down 2 right now. They're down 2. He picks his dribble up. He picked his dribble up. And guess what he does? Guess what he did? Is this genius? He
bounced the ball off.
No look. He doesn't even look. And he bounces it sideways off Steph's foot. They called Steph for kicking the ball. Steph didn't do anything. But the ball bounced right back up to James. Did he aim at Steph's foot? Because you did a stupid thing. You picked your dribble up. Right? And you're going away from the basket. Is the game not about to end with you down 2? Right? When you pick your dribble up, are you not dead at this point?
Yes.
Because who's going to shoot it? Austin, some 40-foot fall away or something? And instead, he doesn't look, and he bounces it sideways off Steph's foot. And it comes right back to him. Came right back to him.
Skip, I think he aimed at Steph to it.
I do too. Is that not slick?
That is.
That's about as slick as you can get. That's basketball genius to me, because it saves
because they got him dead to right. They got him dead to right.
I've never seen anything like this before. So it's called a kick ball. If they were lucky, it's a kick ball, because if it's not, he's going to have to make the 3 happen right there. He's going to have to create it on his own. But instead they got the ball out of bounds. And then he makes the shot of shots. And it was funny because when he shot the last shot, he flails and falls because he's just begging for the 3 free throws, and the ball goes in. Wow.
That's him.
And then he yells something at Draymond that I can't repeat because I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it wasn't nice. But that's, I guess you earned the right to do that.
But Skip, he was hitting shots in Kevin Durant's face all night.
Klay Thompson's face. Everybody was on it.
When
I know you can't.
When these guys get it going, I mean, all the top guys, they get it going. There's nothing you can do. I don't care how many guys you run. Well, push up on him, push him out further. And guess what? The more they shoot it, the more confidence they have because they're shooting it like this ball is going in. That is an ocean, and I'm shooting a ping pong ball. So it's going in. I don't care. I don't care. It's going in. And there's nothing you can do. I mean, come on, Skip. They got him 29 feet. You got two guys. You got Draymond at 6'7". You got Steph at 6'5", and both of them have their hands up. And it doesn't matter because he's shooting this ball. Skip, he always falls. There are very few times that you'll see James Harden shoot a three,
he just falls
and he doesn't fall.
I know. It's part of the repertoire. It's
yes,
what he
does. And they give him the call.
And by the way, he falls so much that I can't believe he makes so many of them because it kind of makes him off balance. He doesn't shoot it purely. He's always like leaning, falling.
Yes. And the only thing is, the only time he'll shoot it and stay, like if there's no one around him, he'll shoot it and he'll hold the pose. But if you close to him, he's going down because he's going to make the officials make you think that you fouled him.
Something is amiss in Golden State.
Something's going on.
By the way, they're up 4 with 2 minutes left in overtime. You can't let that go, man.
Whoa, what you mean let it go? Hold on. You mean to tell me a guy that's 7 foot tall, the best player in the NBA,
who got told by one of his teammates, we didn't need you.
No. Oh, so that's...
we did not need you.
I just need to make sure I'm
Listen, Kevin, I've always told you, he's the thinnest skinned superstar in the history of superstars. Once you plant that seed in his psyche, he's not going to be right. He's going to have a hard time shaking that off, forgiving, forgetting, and going forward.
So I'm sure at that very moment, the last 3-4 minutes of that ball game, that's what he's thinking. He's like, man, you know what Draymond called me? I still haven't gotten over that. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just telling you, deep down, he doesn't feel as comfortable in that role as he used to.
Well, why don't you just tell me the best player on the second best player on the planet, along with the third or fourth best player on the planet, couldn't get it done. Just say that.
Okay, he couldn't get it done.
Thank you.
But the best player on the planet, according to you, is now James Harden. So he got it done.
Hold on. See,
well, then you...
why you do that?
I think you
Why
said
you do that? Why you do that?
Well, you said he's taken over the MVP.
He has. But that doesn't mean he's the best player.
Interesting. The best player's got a pulled groin. I don't know what happened.
I
thought he was Iron Man.
So
I don't know what happened.
Let me get this straight. So the best player can never get injured.
Well, he didn't used to. I got to knock on wood for him because he's starting to look older and mortal. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
So averaging 27, 8, and 7.
Yeah.
And he looks old and mortal. Wow, Skip. You feel comfortable saying that?
His team's in the 8th seed right now.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That is not good.
But guess what's going to happen? He's going to do just exactly what James Harden did.
Okay.
He'll be probably in the 12th or 13th seed by the comeback. And guess what? This is how he gets back in the MVP and take over the league because he's going to bring them all the way back to the 4th seed.
He better. He better.
Somehow we got back to LeBron there. Sorry, Shannon. You know, you always got to defend your guy.
So Kevin Durant missed 2 shots. If you're that guy, you got to make those.
He made a couple of big shots.
No, hold on. What about in the fourth quarter? You know Kevin Durant was 2 of 8 in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
Does that sound like best player?
2 of 4 in overtime, not bad. 2 big shots he made.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
You know what? He makes his free throws like crazy, as opposed to that guy that knew.
Well, he should have got to the free throw line then, because he wasn't making no shots in the fourth quarter, so he should have got to the free throw line.
They're going to have to figure something out, though. What did Curry say? Laziness, maybe? I mean, this team, they need to make a change. We're going to move back on to talk about some playoff football because the